Reb Shmuel David Friedman writes in his Sefer B'didi Hava Uvda about something called Mesifta de Rechimusa. It's a school of love. It sounds so American. School of love. Listen to this. The Mishnah says in Pirkei Avos, Hillel Omer. Who was Hillel? Let's understand. Hillel lived his life famously for being Mekarev people who nobody else really thought, can't be Mekarev them, pain in the neck, Nudnik. The guy came and he bothered him and kept on bothering Hillel, but he was patient, he became a ger. There was another guy, he said, teach me kol kula regalachas. Hillel said, okay. Everybody else said, get lost. Who has time for you? You nudnik, crazy. Another guy said, I'm willing to become a ger, but I don't want to keep 613 mitzvahs, only 612, which technically you're not allowed to do that. Hillel made him a ger because he knew that as soon as he's a ger, through the acceptance, he'll keep the other one also. He always chapped people that everybody else gave up on. That was Hillel. That's who he was. That was the mahalach of Hillel. In fact, the Gemara says that all of these, I don't want to call them nudniks, they were ger tzedek, but all of these like funny cases that weren't, they all got together one day. And they all told their stories to each other, like, oh, how'd you get to yeshiva? Well, I kept on bothering the Rosh Yeshiva and made him crazy. Every time I knocked on the door, he got out of the bathtub and he came to me and he went back to the bath and I knocked again and he came out again. I did it 22 times. And finally I said, okay, I'm coming to yeshiva. And the other guy said, really? I told him, I am only willing to listen to some of the rules of the yeshiva. The other ones I'm going to break. I'm going to smoke on Shabbos. I'm going to break the laws. I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to have an iPhone, right? And he took me in anyway. Unbelievable. And I became frum. And the other one said, everyone has their own story. I said, you know what? I'll come to yeshiva if you teach me the whole Yavamas HaRegel Achas. Aha, on 1 foot. And somehow they all managed to be here. And they were all talking. They all met each other. And they said, you know what it was? An v'sanusa ishel Hillel. He had a tremendous midah of anova. To be patient on that level, if you're a Baal Gaiva, you can't do it. I'm not saying Chas v'Shalom. There was a machlekes Hillel and Shammai. I'm not trying to say Hillel was the midah of anova. That's what the Gemara says. And Hillel is telling you a secret. Where did I get this from? Who did I learn from to go ahead and not give up on any Jew and be willing to be put out and to make me crazy, and I don't care, I'm mavater, and I look at the focus at the long term. I'm going to get every single person into my yeshiva over here, make them frum, and inspire everybody. Where did it come from? Hillel Omer, in Pirkei Avos, Havei mi talmidav shel Aaron. He says, you should become a Talmud of Aaron HaKohen. Why? What was Aaron? What was it? What was his being a Talmud of him? What was his shir all about? Oyev shalom v'roidev shalom. Oyev esabriyas u'mekarvan l'Torah. He loved peace. He ran after peace. He loved people. But it doesn't say people even, and it doesn't say Yehudim and Yisraelim. It says briyos, which the Tanya in Perek Lamed Beis says it's the lowest form of creation. It means even people, they're not even acting like Jews. They're not even acting like humans. They're acting like cows. Creations, creatures. Still he loved them. And because of that, Mekarvan l'Torah, that's how he was able to bring them to Torah. And Hillel is saying, follow Aaron HaKohen. But the Sefer Charedim says something unbelievable. It says, what does it mean? Havei mi talmidav shel Aaron. Become a Talmud of Aaron. It sounds like the registration is open for the upcoming semester. Please sign up and become a Talmud of Aaron. Aaron lived a long time ago, my friend. It should have said, learn from Aaron. Or hadbek b'midaisav. Connect to the midah of Aaron HaKohen. Be like him. Follow in his footsteps. That would all be fine. But Havei mi talmidav shel Aaron. It sounds like this is happening, that you're going to be a Talmud of Aaron. You could become a Talmud of Aaron HaKohen. Says the Sefer Charedim, a davar nifla ma'od. It says that Havei mi talmidav shel Aaron is as follows. Just like in this world, there are many different yeshivas of Torah. You can sign up and you can go to Brisk, and you're going to follow the Brisk Mahalach of learning Torah. You can go to Mir, you can go to Ponevezh, you can go to Satmar, you can go to Belz, you can go to Babov, you can go to Ger. There's so many yeshivas, and everyone has their own way of learning, their own Mahalach of Limud HaTorah. So too says the Sefer Charedim. Unbelievable that in Gan Eden, it's not everybody learning Torah together, which I always thought. I always imagined, and once you're in Gan Eden, everybody's in the same yeshiva. No. He says there's many different yeshivas. Says the Zohar HaKadosh in Parshas Shlach, Yeshivasoi shel Aaron, Oyev Shalim, V'oyev es Habriyos. Aaron HaKohen is a Rosh Hashiva, and he gives shir every day, and he has a yeshiva for the people who lived in his footsteps. And he gives shir on Oyev es Habriyos. And the name of his yeshiva, if you want to write a donation, 501c3, tax deductible, checks, Kemishrab, and Stukah V'chesed, you want to write directly to the yeshiva, what was it called? Can't have a yeshiva without a name. You know what his name of his yeshiva is? The Zohar HaKadosh, Mesifta Derechi Musa. That's the name of his yeshiva. School of Love. Because everything that drove Aaron HaKohen to run after peace and to love peace is because he had love. To be Oyeves Habriyos who were not behaving properly at all was love. That was what Hillel was saying. Be like Aaron. I'm like Aaron. Love drives you. Instead of turning your face, kick nicht of them. Oh, they're off the derech. Kenish kicking. Don't look. No. Love drives you. That comes from anava. It comes from being patient. It comes from realizing that it's our tafkid to be oyev the briyos that are not behaving properly. And the Zohar HaKadosh again says that the name of this yeshiva when you walk in on the building, right? Binyan Mesifta de Rechimusa. Rechimusa means love. The targum of the word v'ahavta is terachim, love. And that's what he's saying. He's saying that when you go ahead and you live your life this way, you become a Talmud of Aaron HaKohen. You become a Talmud of Aaron HaKohen in this world. In the next world after, La'acham Meir Ve'esim Shana says the Zohar HaKadosh, you will be enrolled in the yeshiva, in the Mesifta of Aaron HaKohen. If you live your life full of love, being positive, believing in people, not giving up on people, having anava instead of being a balgaiva, mevarv sich nicht mit Kinder. The people who are short-tempered, get out, my this, you can't come in this place, you have no anava. Be humble. You're not better than anybody. Stop judging people. Oyeves Habriyos is what drives people to rescue those that other people gave up on. See the good in them, and you'll see the results will be very good. Hillel got every single one of these guys back. And it comes from the drive of love from Aaron HaKohen. What do we see? What do we see, says Reb Shmuel David Friedman? That somebody who has a lave of rachamim, somebody has a heart of gold, a heart of mercy. I care about other people. It bothers me that people are in pain. I don't just close my door Friday night and go to sleep after my meal. I go to the park. I go to the lake. I go be makara people. You go to the gas station, you see a bunch of kids there. They look like goyim, but you know that they're Jews. You know that they're hurting. Go over to them. Hey, Chaim, what's going on? Joey, what's doing? Ike, come here. Henry, what's up? You call yourself Henry now? Come here. Give me a big hug. They're not dangerous people. It's an opportunity for us, but you need to have love driving you. Somebody who has a heart of rachamim, who cares about other people. Zoiche la'asid, in the future, after he's nifter, he is zoiche, he merits to sit in the Mesifta that's called Mesifta Derechi Musa. The school of love. And who's the Rosh Hashiva of this Mesifta is Aaron HaKohen. The enrollment for that yeshiva is here now. Live your life, Havei now mitalmidav shel Aaron. That's the enrollment for the future. Says the Chayei Adam. When he talks about the midah of Rachmanos, of having mercy and being compassionate, Midas harachmanos meshubechas ma'oid. Unfortunately, I think a lot of us, we don't know this. Nobody taught this to us. It's really a praiseworthy midah to have rachmanos. And as much as you can do, as much as possible, to be merachim on other people. Bein begufoi, bein b'mamoinoi. Say if it's talking about your time, your effort, and say if it's your money. Yishtadel v'yisamitz boi b'chol koichoi, says the Chai Adam. All of your energy should be dedicated to this. Caring for other people. We have homeless people, you know that? We have homeless Jews. We have kids who grew up frum who are now homeless because they're thrown out of home. I'm not going to get now into the talk of, that's a different story, why they're thrown out of home. But for you, it's an opportunity. You see someone Friday night in a park, give him a hug. Invite him to your house. Have a heart. Care. Care for his pain. Cry for his pain. Daven for his pain. Give him some money. Help a kid out. Get someone a job. Do something. Don't just stay inside your house. Klal Yisrael's on fire. How many deaths do we need? How many homeless people do we need? The psych wards are full of Jewish kids. What is going on over here? Where is the Klal? Where are the leaders telling the Klal to be motivated to get together an army? Not to march against them and sing songs about Shabbos, but to hug them. For every one out there, there should be 100 of us swarming them and get him a job. I care about you. Come to my house Friday night. Come to my. It works. That was the whole Home Sweet Home, and it works. They respond to that. They want somebody to care about them. And you're living in a dar that people are homeless and nobody cares about them. This is your opportunity if you have a heart. Says the Chai Adam, the same way that you would wish that somebody will take care of you when you have a problem, you have a tzara, the same way you should care about other people. What if it's your child who's on the street? What if it's your grandchild? Nobody could say that we're fazicher, that we know that we're not going to need this. What if you run out of money or you make a bad investment and you're broke? Don't you want people to lend you money and give you jobs, to care about you, to help you, to be mechazik you, to say a good word? What about going over to the parents who are losing their kids nebuch to drugs and all these things and saying, instead of stupid ideas, maybe you should do this, do that, shut up and just be nice. Go over, what can I do for you? Do you need some money? Costs a lot of money to have kids who are struggling and in crisis. Maybe you need some money? Can I lend you some money? Can I give you a hand? I have parents here. One of the biggest problems is that we could save kids with money, and parents, mamash, they don't have the money. And they use every penny to go save their kids, to do things to save their kids' lives, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We need money. They need money. Help people. If you can't do it with your time and your effort, write a check. So many wonderful organizations out there that are helping people. So many individuals that are helping people. But the truth is, it's a cop-out. Everybody could have a heart. When I went out on the street and I saw kids, they said, why are you talking to us? Everybody hates us. They shouldn't feel that way. Stop looking away. Kicknish. Oh, don't look at those kids. Those kids, they're our kids. These are our kids. Says the Chai Adam, care about others the way you wish other people would care about you when you're in a time of need. Says the Chai Adam, that's the will of Hashem. That's what Yiddishkeit is all about. Because the Torah says, "V'ahavta l'reyacha kamoicha," and that is the Klal Gadol b'Torah. You want to be erlich, love other people. You want to be super frum, love them even more. Why? The Ratzon Hashem. And the reward is that by doing that and living a life like that, without the judgmental colored glasses, but with the glasses of rachamim and mercy and anava and love, that's your enrollment, not just in this world, but for eternity, to be together with Aaron HaKohen as your Rosh Hashiva, in the Mesifta, the Rechimusa.